What's up guys, this is Franny from YugiBOOM and I have another quickie deck profile for you guys. Today we will be showcasing Odd-Eyes Pendulum. Alright, so we're going to start off with 3 Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragons. Pretty self-explanatory, honestly. He just does double piercing damage, and he's searchable by a lot of cards too, and he's an easy rank 7 play. Next, we will run 3 Odd-Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. He is the star of the deck. He gets your plays going. When any Odd-Eyes card is popped, you get to summon a Odd-Eyes monster from your hand, graveyard, or deck. 2 Odd-Eyes Persona Dragon just negates anything from the extra deck from your opponent and all that kind of stuff, and there's a cool little targeting effect that it has. If he targets one of your Odd-Eyes monsters, you could kind of summon himself out there. And for my tech, I run 2 Odd-Eyes Phantom Dragon. I mostly use him for the pendulum scale. He helps give my monsters an extra boost. You're trying to OTK with this deck usually. So any extra damage that you can do with Odd-Eyes and this in the side will be, pretty helpful. Next, we won the one of Odd-Eyes Lancer Dragon. He's an easy target to summon with the Arc Pendulum Dragon. He's just a beater. Next, we're going to run 1 Performapal Odd-Eyes Dissolver and 1 Performapal Odd-Eyes Synchron. Again, these guys are another target for the Arc Pendulum Dragon. He summons these guys so you can synchro with him and you can fusion with him. And I'll show you a really cool card that I use for him as well. We're also going to be running the Supreme King engine. We run 3 Supreme King Darkworm, and we run the 1 Supreme King Gate 0. I never thought to add more than 1 of these, but there are a couple of cards in here if you want to replace for another Supreme King Gate 0. I've been playing this deck for a week now. It's been fine with 1, so Alongside that engine, we also have the pendulums, the Magician Pendulums, Astrograph Sorcerer and Chronograph Sorcerer. These guys are too good. Play Astrograph Sorcerer at 3 if you can, as long as you can. I think this guy might get hit eventually. Chronograph Sorcerer is also a really good card. He can make a lot of rank 6 plays, and he's just another monster out on the field you can use for your link plays and all that kind of stuff as well. With these cards as well, we run the 1 Time Gazer and 1 Stargazer Magician. I haven't had any issues with these cards yet, but sometimes they can be bricky. If you draw into them, you really just want to pop the other guys to summon these guys. So, and that's it for the monsters. Now onto the spells. We run 3 Sky Iris. Again, very explanatory, protects your scales for your Odd-Eyes and Performapals and stuff and Magicians, and also lets you search out more Odd-Eyes cards. 3 Spiral Flame Strike. This is really good. Another searcher for all your Odd-Eyes level 7 monsters, or if you control an Odd-Eyes card on the field, you can pop 1 card that your opponent controls. 3 Duelist Alliance. We're just trying to get the Odd-Eyes monsters as fast as we possibly can, because again the deck kind of revolves around them to kind of get your play started. You can cut this down to 2 as well. You don't really need to run this at 3, but 2 Allure Darkness. You run a lot of 3-ofs in this deck, so it doesn't really hurt to banish the 1 card versus just getting your card, the stuff that you want to get as fast as possible. And then lastly, we run 1 Odd-Eyes Fusion, 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, and then something that's a little different. The other Pendulum players play that I do, they don't. Solemn Judgment. This is just board wipes. You just want to make sure that you have some solutions in case your opponent ends up overpowering your stuff, so you can get some extra plays. You get some extra turns to kind of get rid of them. 1 Odd-Eyes Fusion. You got some fusion monsters in your extra deck that you can use with this. It's searchable, but why not? This comes in a pinch, especially if you have nothing else extra. And 1 Solemn Judgment, just because this stops anything by paying half your life points. If this doesn't go. If you don't get to activate your Solemn Judgment, at least your opponent can pop this and, have something wasted. They don't touch your Pendulum Scales or something. Just extra. Next, we got the extra deck. So we run the 1 Odd-Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. He's just an Odd-Eyes monster. You can summon in here. I barely really go into him, but you can use them to special summon something from your zones onto the field, so you just kind of go for game. He's a lower attack or something. One Enlightenment Paladin. Again, just because you can summon him with the Odd-Eyes Synchron, and you could reuse and recycle your spells in your graveyard, and 25 beat stick, so it's not too bad. That's all for the synchros. We run 2 Odd-Eyes Vortex Dragon. Again, he's too good not to run. He's really easy to bring out. Just bounce things off and negate all your opponent's spells and traps and monster effects if you can. 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. 1 Performapal Gatling Gold. This is the guy that I was talking about with the Performapal Odd-Eyes Fusion dude. What's his name? The Odd-Eyes Dissolver. You can summon him out, and he's just good to burn for damage if you're really close to late game or something. You just need to get a couple of damage onto your opponent. He's your guy. We run the 1 Odd-Eyes Raging Dragon. Honestly, this is kind of just my fast way of using the Odd-Eyes Fusion. You need to have an Odd-Eyes Pendulum monster inside your extra deck to use it if you have nothing on your field. And this is just backup if in case you go second and you draw the 1 card that you need, you can summon any of your Odd-Eyes stuff. 2 Odd-Eyes Absolute Dragons, 1 Big Eye, 1 Dark Rebellion, and 1 Castel. And then for the links, we run 1 Underclock Taker. Again, combo it off with Odd-Eyes and just to try to get as much damage out there. And then 2 Heavymetalfoes Electrumite. I never really saw the need for a 3rd one, but I guess if you wanted to switch the Raging Dragon, you could take that away, put another Electrumite in there if you wanted. That's gonna be it. That's my Odd-Eyes deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions to make this deck better, I would love to see that in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YugiBOOM page for more content like this. And I will see you guys next time.